in English, which is often confused by people who speak other languages. The question, how is he, means only one thing in English. How is he, like how are you, is asking about somebody's general state of health, about how they're feeling. So, how are you? I'm fine, thanks. How is he is not about his appearance or his character, but about how he feels. How is he? He's fine. Or, well, he's a bit tired. He's a bit stressed. Okay? So, very, very interesting word, that like. And listen out for it, for the different uses, because you'll find it very useful. Won't they, Mr. Monkey? Yeah. See you soon. Bye.
Yes, sure. Okay, 4 o'clock is fine. I'll see you later. Bye.
Who are you speaking to, Sharon?
To the museum I sent my CV to. I'm going to have an interview this afternoon.
Ah, great. But I really don't understand why you're in such a rush to find a job.
You know very well I don't enjoy being a tour guide. Now, let's get back to us. Where were you last night? You didn't get home until 3 in the morning.
I was out with Anne and Alice. Listen, Sharon, I have to tell you something very important.
What's the matter, Peter? Is something wrong?
Well, not really wrong, but yesterday, remember when I was waiting for you outside the gym? You saw that director, didn't you?
The one who wants to put on a musical in Japan?
Yes, that's the one. Well, he asked me to audition.
And?
Well, we had a meeting, and the audition went very well. It's a shame you weren't there. I was fantastic. Let me tell you what happened. Firstly, when I arrived, they were rehearsing the first scene of My Fair Lady. A girl was selling flowers in the street, and people were passing by without noticing her. 2 men were watching the scene, laughing all the while. Then I sat down because I didn't want to interrupt anything. After that, all of a sudden, the director noticed me. He called out to me and asked me to play one of the roles. And here comes the best part. Finally, while I was singing, he interrupted me and he shouted, "Great, my boy! The part is yours." Can you believe it, Sharon? I got the leading part.
I'm really happy for you, Peter.
You should be happy for both of us.
Why is that?
Because we're going to leave for Japan in 2 or 3 weeks at the most. You'll come with me, won't you, Sharon?
Japan? But how? This is such a surprise. I don't know, Peter. I certainly wasn't expecting this.
What's the problem? A change will do us both good. What's keeping you here? You don't seem happy with your work.
That's true. I wanted to change, but I certainly wasn't expecting this. This is so sudden. I'm completely confused.
Hello again. Peter and Japan, or Jack and England? Sharon, the choice is yours. What would you choose? Now, there was something that Peter said in that episode which is interesting and that I'd like to teach you now. He said, while I was singing, he interrupted me and shouted, "The part is yours." While I was singing, he interrupted me. Now that is an example of the past continuous tense. which is what I'd like to look at with you now. And I want to give you some examples of that if you listen, using my friend, the alchemist. Now, this is the alchemist. And he travels through many countries looking for magical potions to help people. And he was traveling in Tibet for many, many days and was extremely tired. So he decided to lie down and rest. So Mr. Alchemist rested in the mountains of Tibet. And while he was resting, a magical butterfly from Tibet rested near his head to protect him. And these butterflies in Tibet protect good people from the evil around. And there are evil things in the mountains of Tibet. So while he was resting and regaining his energy, suddenly a ferocious lion appeared and saw the alchemist and the butterfly resting and thought, "Ha-ha, a great two-course dinner, a starter and a main course." As he was preparing to attack, the butterfly saw him but didn't move. As the lion was getting closer, suddenly the butterfly turned and cast a spell on the lion, and the lion bit off his tongue and died. That was the end of the lion. And the alchemist survived. Let's look at the language that I use there, the past continuous. Now, the past continuous, as I said before, is a tense that we use when an action is continuing and is sometimes interrupted by another action. Look at the example. He was sleeping when the lion attacked. She was working when it happened. Now, you noticed it's I was, you were, he, she, it was, we were, you were, they were, plus the infinitive form and ing. So, she was working when it happened. We were watching TV when he phoned. They were relaxing when the lights went off. Now, the negative form is easy because you put the auxiliary into the negative. I wasn't concentrating when I dropped it. You weren't listening when the teacher explained it. You weren't. Check the pronunciation there. It wasn't working when I switched it on. The question form, you take the auxiliary and the subject form. What were you doing when he phoned? What were you doing? Where were you going when the news arrived? And who were they talking to when I saw them? Who were they talking to when I saw them? All right, so past continuous tense in order to describe actions which are continuing and can sometimes be interrupted. Or, for example, as I was telling the story, you were listening to me and learning the past continuous. Okay? Great, so that's the past continuous. Come back to the next lesson for some more new language. Bye.
Hi, Anne. What's that smell? What are you cooking?
I'm cooking roast beef.
Wow, I'm starving. You know, my sweet Anne, I was thinking about you today. about how you take care of Alice and me. You were fantastic. It's something I've been wanting to tell you for a long time.
Come on, Jack. Stop it. Stop making fun of me.
Oh, but it's true, Anne. What's the matter? Why are you so nervous today?
I know everything, Jack. I know all about you and Sharon.
And what is it exactly that you know?
That you had a relationship many years ago, and that maybe you are still in love with her.
And how did you find this out?
I was tidying up in the living room the night of Peter's performance when I saw your jacket. And I was taking it to your room when something fell out. It was a photo. A very meaningful photo. You were kissing her. So I spoke to Sharon.
And what did she say?
She told me everything. Tell me the truth, Jack. Are you still in love with her?
Well, I have to admit that seeing her makes me feel...
But, well, what about me, Jack? I thought there was something special between us.
And there is, Anne. I care very much about you. But... Well, I thought we were just friends.
Oh. Okay, Jack. I understand now.
Wait, Anne, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings.
Well, it doesn't matter, Jack. Just remember, Sharon is going to Japan.
Hello again and welcome back for some more English. In that last episode, there were some interesting sentences. Jack said, "Why were you so nervous?" Why were you so nervous? This word so plus an adjective. And Sharon said, "This is such a surprise." Such. Those are the words I want to look at with you now. So and such. Now, I want to illustrate them by telling you something about a holiday that I went on. Listen to how I use them. Now, in front of me, I have some objects which I found when I went to Tibet. I had a fantastic holiday in Tibet. It was so interesting. And we visited the monasteries there, which were so huge and so beautiful. And inside the monasteries, we met some monks. Now, there aren't actually many monks left in the monasteries anymore, but they were very interesting and so special. And we saw this instrument. This here is an instrument. And look, if you can open it, it's so strange. Look at this. And it's so long. And it's actually so difficult to blow. I'll try. Listen. Well, when they played it in Tibet, it was much easier. Anyway, so interesting, this. So they have these instruments, and the monks wear these hats, look. Look. Oh, so strange, hey? Look at them. Very strange. So, or very interesting. And in Tibet, obviously, the temperatures are low, and the Tibetans have a special type of milk. And this is a container where they keep the milk, and the milk is yak milk. It comes from these unusual cows with long hair.